friends. Spanking new music week, and the Killers are here. I'm glad to see that you're back.
We're happy to be back.
October 3rd,
yes.
Sam's Town comes out. Just to get out of the way, what is that in reference to?
It's a place.
In Nevada?
Well, it could be a place in Nevada. It could be a place that you decide to escape to. It's a place that we call home.
Because I know you call Nevada home.
Yes.
So breaking it down further, you said it could be a place in Nevada. Where did you come up with the name Sam?
Sam's Town. Sam is a man who was named Sam Boyd, and he kind of flourished out of the desert without mafia ties.
Without mafia ties.
And
clean.
Good, clean, hard-working man. And so we're proud of him.
And the lady right there, does she tie into this at all?
No. This is an Anton Corbin photograph. The correct way to say his name is Corbin, but nobody says that.
It just goes to Corbin.
And it's easier to say Corbin.
And it's got that J in there that throws that up.
Yeah. When I was little, I thought it was Corbijn, or when you bought my first Depeche Mode album. But yeah.
Sam's Town, out October 3rd. Was it easy making this album? Tough making this album? Fun making this album?
It was time-consuming. It took longer than we thought. We thought a lot more about it. More time than the first one. It's a little bit more pressure, too, so.
I would say a lot more pressure.
Yeah.
They always say you've got your whole life to make your first album, and then all of a sudden you're under this microscope and for this next album. And then you have the sophomore slump, and I'm sick of, seeing your face and hearing Mr. Brightside, and I think we came back swinging, and we're just waiting for everybody's reaction, I guess.
Like gangbusters.
Yeah. We're all like a bunch of gangs bands. It's a real weird thing. It didn't used to be that way.
The gang is split in half now. We'll have to bring the other two guys the next time we come.
They're out fighting crime.
Last month you guys played the VMAs, and the last few years VMAs have been very hip-hop and R&B heavy. However, 2 years in a row for a rock group to do it, sort of unheard of. So were you honored to play the VMAs 2 years in a row?
I think we're honored, and we'd like to see more rock bands at the VMAs.
And a lot of people don't know that the year you played Miami, you actually did the performance a week beforehand.
It's true.
You're jet setters.
Well, we had some really important gigs in England. So we flew in, did our taping, and flew to England, flew back for the show.
And
that's what we did.
You almost got electrocuted.
Yeah, well, we had there was a pool involved in our show, and microphone and camera grabbing, and I kept getting zapped. It's a scary moment. You don't know how long it's going to last.
But you're alive.
I'm alive.
Great.
Here to tell the story.
Brandon and Dave from the Killers. This is Spanking New Music Week. Brand new album, Sam's Town, comes out October 3rd. I want to talk about a track off of Hot Fuss, though. It was a craze. All these things I've done, all of a sudden, different bands started singing the chorus. It's a beautiful chorus. I've got a soul. I couldn't get you to sing it, could I?
No.
But I'm not a soldier. We got Robbie Williams singing it at Live 8, Coldplay, and Bono. Yeah. And were you at the Live 8 performance when Robbie Williams did it?
Yes, we were there.
We
sang the song that day as well.
Yeah,
and of course, Brandon always sings it. But did you know he was going to bust in with the Killers chorus?
I think I was eating a piece of pizza in the food area, and he was on the screen, Robert Williams doing it, and I just kind of pulled my head over all of a sudden, and it was a whoa.
Did anyone in the food area look at you and be like, hey,
No,
your song?
but it was cool.
And were you there for the Bono rendition of it? Or the Coldplay?
Yeah.
You were? We didn't do that at Live Aid, though. I thought they were just doing it at, like, random concert stops.
I think we've seen, you know, bits and half of it done.
You do justice.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice gesture.
I want to talk about another band from Las Vegas, Panic at the Disco. Both of you from the same state. Both of you also have the same sort of fashion vibe. Have you guys met them? Are you forced to meet because you're both from the same town?
We never had a chance to meet them.
I wouldn't mind meeting them just because it's nice to have another band in Vegas.
Because I was wondering if you were going to, you know, posse up with them, the Dirty South, maybe come up with a cool name.
No, the Wild West.
Because they had the same cabaret theme that you kind of had in your last album.
We had it, on a video called Mr. Brightside.
Yes. Eric Roberts.
Eric Roberts was in the video. Yeah.
Have you seen any of their videos?
They all look like Mr. Brightside.
But Eric Roberts, not in any of their videos.
Yeah,
that was a special
they
clause.
couldn't afford it. Yeah, maybe next album.
I have to ask you guys, do you party a lot?
You have to ask us that?
I don't have to. Asking you.
Every now and then.
Okay. Because the image that you have, or the image that people want you to have, makes me think that you're partying 24/7, hanging out with these skinny models.
People ask us, it's always a question like, what's the most debaucherous thing that you do? You know, being from Las Vegas and being, you know, in a rock and roll band. They want us to say, like, you know, we pour Dom down our Gucci shirts, down, you know, and have hookers suck it off of our toes once it finally reaches there. It's just, sorry.
So what happens in the downtime of the Killers?
I like to play backgammon.
They did backgammon.
It's not that cool, but that's what I like to do on the bus.
Yeah.
He hasn't taught me how to play it, but I see him playing it with everybody else. It doesn't look very fun.
Very debaucherous.
We're ripping.
Spanking New Music Week. The Killers are here. And a lot was made when you guys first came out about, like, the side jobs that you worked. And now that you've sort of, you know, you've got some success underneath your belts, have you gone back to your former employers?
I went into this clothing store I worked at to buy some socks, but no one worked there that used to work there. It was like a year later.
But did they know you as Dave from the Killers?
Nobody knew who I was.
God.
They turn them and burn them.
Yeah.
How about you?
I don't know, I've worked at different places, restaurants and hotels, casinos. So I'm always in those areas.
Does anyone recognize you? Say, good job, man.
No, it's the same situation. That's how Vegas is. You just kind of, people are always, nobody stays anywhere too long.
No long, you know.
You want to go bump up to the next level of tips.
Did your thing and...
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's getting heated in here talking about baseball. But the reason we're bringing it up, the first time I met you guys was in Fenway Park.
Yes.
And there has been speculation that because of our random meeting that the curse was lifted.